world seems against you, that is when true resilience is forged. Today, we uncover the hidden struggles, the silent battles, and the stories of rising from the ashes to triumph in the spotlight. My name is Princess Diva. Welcome to Back in the Day. With me here, I have Tracy Dera. I mean, she's such a wonderful star actor, and not just a star actor, she is a content creator. Not only a content creator, she is a content manager. So meet Tracy Dera right here with me.
Thank you.
You look
Thank you
so
so
beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I love your
So,
dress.
girl, I love everything you're wearing.
Thank you so much. So today we're going to really get to know you back in the days, like what you really did back in those days before now.
Okay.
So I have some couple of questions for you so we get to know you proper.
Okay. Bring it on.
So the first one is, let's rewind to your childhood for a moment. Did you always envision yourself in the limelight, or were there other dreams that captivated your imagination before this one took center stage?
Okay. So as a child, no. As a child, I think like most children in Nigeria, I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
But however, I feel like that was more of like my parents' dream. So like I just
You grew up and you changed your mind.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Along the line. But like as a child, I saw myself as a
So
doctor.
at what point did you change your mind?
Maybe when I was in school.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was in school, I think people just put it in my head because of like charisma
Is it
or
nursery or secondary school?
like university.
Oh,
Yes, so my friends were always saying, because like through my secondary school, I was a science student, entered university, was
Okay.
still studying something science related. So like people were always telling me like, girl, you have such energy. You're like
Yeah.
literally like everywhere talking. I used to prank people a lot in my school
Wow.
days. So they're like, if you can do this thing and like we literally fall for your pranks all the time, you know you can legit be an actor and make money.
So
off
they
this
really
thing.
motivated you.
Yeah.
Okay, so question number 2.
Okay.
Now fast forward to the dream before the fame. What was that I can't believe this is my life moment during those days when it felt like the world was testing your resolve?
I can't believe this is my life, like in a positive or like negative.
Positive.
Positive. Okay, so obviously, like I said before, I never envisioned like going into film.
Okay.
So I feel like, I went to a film immediately after my university. I went to a film academy, Royal Arts Academy. So from Royal Arts, while I was in Royal Arts, I got my first gig through like a referral. So one of the coaches just like saw a job that I would fit into, and then he referred me. And it wasn't a small job; it was like for Rock TV. So I'm like,
Wow.
what's going on? That was like my first official actual film project. So I'm like, I don't know what to do, like, but I did it. The director spoke to me afterwards, came to me, I was saying like, oh, Tracy, you have a lot of prospects, let's talk later, blah, blah, blah. He collected my number. From there, it was like referrals upon referrals. Like from that job, I got another referral, went to another job, got another referral. So at some point, I sat down and I'm like, Jesus Christ,
This is really
I thought
for
like,
me.
I literally thought like I was going to hustle. I thought like I was going to be like up everywhere, going for auditions, and I hate auditions. I'm so sorry.
They're really stressful.
Really, really stressful, and they're like so unpredictable, and they're like, they're just mentally and everything draining. So, seeing all of that progress without me actually like
Stressing too
suffering.
much.
Exactly. I'm like, wow, I can't believe like this is how it's not like the progress is like fast.
Maybe we
but
should
like,
call that grace.
exactly, that is grace, and yeah, that is grace. I'm like
That's
really
beautiful.
thankful.
So tell us about the negative part.
Okay, so like on the negative, I for some weird reason, right? So before like film school, I had zero emotions. Like I was the type of person that you can tell anything and I'm just like, whatever. Like I didn't
You don't
really
have any
care,
feelings.
no feelings, nothing. But for some weird reason, it feels like acting just entered my soul and brought out like very deep emotions in me. And
Were
like
you like one of those people that did drama in school or back in the days, like church or
church
something?
drama, yeah, sort of thing. Then like while I was in university, even though I was in like faculty of science, but like I attended an entrepreneurship program in my 300 level in drama, like theater arts. So I took like a lead role. So that was like my first. But like even all those times, like I was still just just
Reluctant.
yeah. But like coming out of school, like so I like I was saying, like I just tapped into my emotional side. So and for some weird reason, like things just started happening and boom, any small thing, I'm emotional. I find myself crying sometimes. So while I was in film school, I was the class rep of my set, which is a position that I have never really handled before. But like I came here and like they like voted me in to be a course rep, so I had to lead an entire team, my classmates and everything.
And that
so it
helped
was so
boost
much
you.
pressure. Like it was so much pressure from the coaches. Coaches would be shouting at me, "Why are your classmates like this?" My classmates would be saying, "Go and tell the coaches, go and tell the school management." So sometimes I would go home and I would just cry. I'm like, God, this is not what I signed up for. Like sometimes they expect extra. The coaches will be like, Tracy, as the coach rep, even though other people are failing, I expect you to succeed. Like if they are giving other people grades, they will give my own. If I'm like mid, even if I'm average, they will rate me poorly just so like I would
improve
because they will always say like as a leader you're supposed to lead, like let other people see how you are. So it was like a lot of emotions, and that's when my emotional side started coming out. So I used to cry a lot when I was in film school until I started picking up and then eventually won like overall best. I think that was like a key moment for me, and I was like, oh wow, okay, so these people actually helped me come to this phase and everything. So a lot of other things like along the line happened that brought me to like very, very emotional states. Even when I lost my dad like last year, it was terrible. So I came from my dad's burial. That was like early this year. Thank you. That was like early this year. I came back sick, and in fact, the reason I left the village was because I had a job. So like normally, my mom was expecting me to turn down the job, but I was like, no. If I turn down this job, I'm going to be depressed. I want to be on set all the time, so I do not remember the pain I'm going through. And I feel like I've not even grieved properly, because since then, I feel like I pray to God to just keep me busy so that I don't have to think about it. And I've just been busy back to back. So anytime like I'm by myself, I think about it, I find myself like crying or being frustrated or something. But then like, another job comes up and it just distracts me or something. So basically like all those things, like ups and downs of emotions and stuff, they really got into me, but I found a way to build up and be strong. Yeah,
That's beautiful.
thank you.
Okay, was there any job or situation that made you question if it was all worth it?
Hey, almost several, like honestly, like several times, because there are times when like maybe I'm on set till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And I still have to maybe go home. I'm on the road around 3 a.m. Going home to sleep for like maybe 2 hours or something, come back again the next morning. I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, is this really what I signed up for? Like, am I actually prepared for this? Am I ready to because it just feels like it was at some point draining me, like, physically, mentally, because like where is the rest coming from? Like, what am I doing? So there are several times that maybe when I was coming back, because it's even risky, like there's a lot of risk attached to it. So if I'm coming back from the road and I'm praying, God, please, let nothing happen to me, because I'm in the car with a stranger, with a driver, like, and again, I'm flying like maybe agile roads that I hear that a lot of dangerous things happen, like kidnapping. Exactly. So I'm like, God, there was one time, let me tell you this story. So there was one time we're moving from one location to another. I was with the makeup artist. She had a car, so like she was driving me. It was like, really late at night, but really early in the morning. That's like 1 a.m. And then we saw the tanker speed, but we felt like, okay, maybe they're just driving fast because of the time or something. But we got to like a point where there were vehicles, like police vehicles parked. Then the tanker just stopped right next to us. Then the policemen just came down surrounded the tanker and opened, like literally started, like cocked their guns. That day, I feel like that was like the most scary night of my entire life. Like, me and my friend did not know what to do. We're like, should we run? Like, should we leave the car and run away? Because they were about to shoot the guy. They were like, come. They were telling him to open his door, but like he was resistant. So they were like, if you don't open your door, we are going to shoot. And they were around him. So, God forbid, if they had started, like if they had opened fire, one gun from that other end might have touched us or something like that. So I was so scared. Do you know that, like, I don't know what happened. We just started praying. We're like, blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus. Then finally, one guy from the front was like literally like firing his horns like for the police vehicles to move. Then one of the police vehicles now moved one of their cars, so that other cars now moved. Once we drove off, as in once we got to like we sped off, like once we got to a certain point, I now realized that my door was open.
Oh.
Meaning that like my reflex opened my door because I felt like I was going to run out. But that was how scared I was.
So after that, did you feel discouraged?
I felt discouraged because I'm like, this is so risky. Like my job is so risky. Like why am I on the road by this time? Like risking my life to certain like different things. Like anything could happen if not for God that protects. So like from that time, like it's like PTSD anytime I'm on the road. At late hours, because I'm always thinking like, what if something like this happens again? So like it's always.
So how did you get yourself back from having those phobias?
I still have the phobia because honestly, like anytime I'm going on a set, I always tell the producers, please, the latest I can be on your set is 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. I can do 10 p.m. if like you're a production I've worked with before and I know you. But like normally on every set, I like to go home because I don't like to sleep on set or anything. I like to go to my own house for like personal reasons, except maybe I'm staying in a hotel or something like that. So if I'm going home, please, I'm begging you in the name of God, let me go by 9 or 10 p.m. because like the risk
it's actually an announcement to them right now.
Yes, because who knows, if anything happens, your film will go on or you find another person to replace me, but like my family is going to lose me and I can't die for someone,
Exactly. So moving on to question number 3. Many assume that fame is about glitz and glam, but there's often more to the story. What's one surprising or amusing aspect of your journey that people might not expect? Perhaps one hilarious or surprising job you had before making it big.
So like outside filmmaking, right?
Inside filmmaking, outside filmmaking.
Okay, so I don't think I've done any hilarious job or whatnot because
You've not had anything quirky.
No. So the closest to a job would be one time. So there's this I don't know if she's my friend or like an acquaintance called me one time and she was like, she was not going to be in the country or something like that for about 2 days and she needed me to fill in for her. And it was like a corporate job. So it was in a bank. I don't want to mention the name of the bank, but like it was not like an actual bank job. It was like I don't know, it's like the IT side of bank or something. So I was supposed to just go and do a couple of things.
Both of you look alike?
No, we don't look alike.
So how would I be like?
No, like her people knew that like someone was coming to fill in. So I just needed to sign papers and just make some calls for her and everything. So they already knew, like she took permission from like her people, like her bosses and everything. So I came in and filled in for her for 2 days because she offered a
huge amount.
I wouldn't say it's a huge amount, but it was just because I wanted to try something new and then like it was not free. To be honest, let me say it
needed the money.
I didn't need the money. But I just felt like it's just like a new thing. So let me just try it. Because that time it was I think 20K per day or something. So it was going to be 2 days.
What year was that?
I think that was like last year. Yeah. I think it was last year, like early last year. So it was going to be 2 days. So I did it. But after doing it, I fell sick for like 1 week. And that was when I found out and I realized that 9 to 5 is not for me. On the second day, in fact, like, so I pray she doesn't watch this.
She will definitely.
On the second day, so there were there was a paper with like a list of like people I was supposed to call to everything. So like different papers with like different names and numbers. So on the second day, I was so tired, so exhausted. I
So
felt
just
so
2 days,
sick.
you found it very
I
stressful.
felt so sick. Like that second day, when it got to like 5 p.m. No, it wasn't even 5 p.m. I think 4:30. I was so tired. I now I squeezed some of the papers and hid it in my bag and pretended like I had finished. And I went to submit it and I told them I'm done and I left. I was looking around to see, I guess CCTVs everywhere monitoring me. There were CCTVs, but I don't know if they caught me or if they did not catch me. But after that, they did not call me back.
No report.
No, nothing.
Maybe lucky you.
Lucky me, honestly, because but that job was not for me. So from then, I just realized that 9 to 5, that's not my thing. I don't think I can ever do it.
Maybe the other 9 to 5 you could try. Never.
No, that whole thing of sitting down on one spot, like with one system all day, is really not, like, it's just
Not your thing.
Yeah.
So moving on to question number 4. The entertainment industry can be merciless. Were there times when you faced rejection or betrayal from those you trusted?
From those I trusted, no.
So everybody around you are totally good.
What do you mean everybody around? Do you mean like jobs? Like
Nobody ever betrayed you. Nobody you put your trust on, they failed you. Nobody at all.
like job related?
Job
or
related,
general?
entertainment, generally.
If we're talking generally, like in my personal life, obviously I've faced like one or two
Tell us about
betrayals. No, the betrayal I have faced, right, was with someone who is not alive anymore. So I don't feel comfortable talking about it. It's like one of my friends. So yeah. And I have gone past that. But like with jobs, I think the only
But actually, you've forgiven the person?
yes, I have, of course I have. So like the only time I felt rejected at work one time was when I had a job that I was so excited to be on. One of my industry favorites, Linda Osipo, shout out to her. She looks out for me a lot. So one time she called me like for a job, and I was so excited to be on that project because it was like a really good one, and the actors on it were like amazing. So a couple of days or weeks to the job, like she now called to tell me that something happened, and the cast that was needed was I didn't really like. They needed a younger character. So I was sad about it, but I think
Did you actually brag about it?
no, I didn't brag about the job before it happened. No, I didn't. I didn't tell anyone actually. But yeah, after like it happened that way, I was sad, but
It actually discouraged you.
yeah, it didn't discourage me because I obviously gigs will come.
Okay.
But like I just wanted to be on that job, so I was not really happy like it didn't happen for me. But at the end of the day, I moved on, and I was still grateful to her because she always look out for me, and anytime there's any other opportunity, she'll call me, and I was like, thank you. That's it.
During those challenging moments, right, did you have any peculiar habit or rituals, like talking to yourself in the mirror or cracking up your favorite song or something that just helps you keep you motivated? Any habit that maybe you felt frustrated at some point, what did you do, those habits?
Like personal habits. So, you mentioned talking to oneself. Honestly, I feel like as an actor, every actor talks to themselves once in a while. Don't say I'm a mad person, or because I'm not mad. I'm just saying like
Obviously.
besides like I'm alone a lot, in my house. So sometimes like I have scenarios in my head, and I always like give myself like this ray of hope and sunshine that someday I'm going to be collecting awards like AMBCA or like international awards. So I always like plan scenarios in my head of when I am going to collect my award or when I'm giving speeches. So sometimes when I'm at home by myself, I play dress up act like a star who is going
So,
on
so what if
stage.
you were in an environment where you had your siblings staying with you? How would you do that?
Please, my siblings know I'm a drama queen.
So they'll actually
they
fit
will,
in.
yeah, of course, they will support me. My sister, especially, she's down for me anytime, any day. Even my mom self is a drama queen. Like, my mom can see me. You know, my mom is like my biggest hype woman, literally. Like, my mom is always like, hey, see my celebrity, she will come. And she can even be, acting like as, acting as
Hyping
an,
you a lot.
yeah, like a hype woman or an interviewer or something. So, yeah, like, that is kind of like my coping mechanism or like my, I don't know,
Drug.
yeah, like,
Wow, that's beautiful. So over to question number 5. Reflecting on your journey, were there moments when people close to you questioned your dreams or told you this might not be for you?
Well, not exactly because like luckily for me, I have like very very supportive people.
So even when you switched from science to art,
So okay, obviously initially when I switched, my mom and my dad were like they didn't question me exactly. So when I when I entered Royal Arts Academy, I didn't tell anyone. Like I didn't tell them during the process, like when I was researching for a film school and when I paid and everything. It's when I got in and I told them because I was actually like scared of like what they see because when I was in school in my 200 level, I actually told my mom at some point. So fun story, I transferred from medicine to marine science. So I now told my mom at some point like I want to transfer to theatre arts. So she was like, how many why are you just transferring from one department to another? Like can't you what is theatre arts again? Like so we kind of like debunked that conversation. Then afterwards I now just finished off. So when I was about entering Royal Arts, I was thinking like maybe they are going to not really support my decision. So I just decided to take that move first without telling anyone. So you sponsor yourself. Oh, yes, I did. I sponsored myself. So when I got into Royal Arts and I saw my parents that I got into film school. And surprisingly, they were so supportive. My dad was like, you've never spoken about film, like where's the dream coming from? I was like, well, it's something I've been thinking about in school. But like I just decided to pursue it now and then he was like, okay, you have my blessing, I pray that if this is your dream, God will Then my mom too said the same thing, like how come
were you actually
like,
surprised?
I was honestly very, very surprised because I was like wondering like how come I thought they would like be more,
Attacking.
yeah, like they were attacking me or something like that. But they were so cool with the decision and then ever since like they've actually been very supportive. My mom too like any movie that comes out like this, my mom will share it to all her friends, telling them, my daughter is an actor, my daughter is a celebrity. So yeah, they're actually really supportive. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Thank you.
So moving on to number 6.
Mm-hmm.
Surviving hardship sometimes means getting creative working out. Did you have any unusual food combinations or survival strategies during tough times?
Did you say food combination?
Yeah, did you have any weird food combinations during tough times?
Weird food? Oh, during tough times. Do you know like when you say tough times, do you mean like has a broke face?
Exactly, yeah. You never went broke.
No, obviously everybody has gone broke at some point, but not to the point of like having weird food combinations. So the thing about me is that no matter how broke I am, I must eat food.
Balanced diet.
Yes, because food is something that I do not joke. In fact, now I've even reduced my food intake in school. My friends used to be like, Tracy, where is all this food going to? Because I used to eat so much. Like I really love eating. Like
So was there ever a day you ate something you just didn't like it? You just didn't want to eat it for because you're not going out?
I don't know. I can't. I know that I can remember honestly because, like I said, even if I am broke, I'll still eat. Because even if I don't have money, someone that I know will still have money to give me to buy food for me or something. So food has never really been. And there are some things that like with food because of how much I love food. There's some things that I cannot really like settle for because if I eat food that I don't like it can ruin my entire day, my entire mood. So I would rather just not eat than eat something.
They are really particular about what you eat.
Yes.
Okay. So moving on to question 7. Overview on how this experience has affected your mental and physical health.
relate to this short story. What experiences, like all the small experiences, your back in the days experiences, how did they actually affect you mentally and physically? So like I said before, I switched from being someone who was emotionless to someone who is like extremely emotional. Like now, anything can happen and I will literally be crying. So I feel like I've become I've become like a soft cry baby right now. Before I wasn't that person. And it's not like I'm not strong anymore, but like some things just I don't know, get to me easily now. And for my physical health, it has been shaky, it has been up and down, up and down. There was a time I added a lot of weight, time I lost a lot of weight, time again I started picking up. Sometimes like my skin will be reacting to so many because my skin is very sensitive, so is my system. So sometimes I'll just be reacting to so many things, sometimes I'll be glowing, like it's just too many like back and forth. And the thing is that whenever I'm going through any sort of stress, no matter how small the stress is, you will tell. Like my body will look so stressed. Anybody that sees me will be like, "Ah, Tracy, are you suffering right now?" Because I'll be lose like my complexion or I'll lose weight or something. So you would know. And sometimes when I go on set and like maybe like from there was one
just
time
body reaction or overthinking?
that as well. But at some point in my life, I stopped overthinking because I knew that like it wasn't helping me at all. So I had to reduce it well, and that's why I try as much as possible to always be engaged with work. If I'm not on set, I'm editing something like I'm always busy. I always want to be busy. I don't want to ever be like there, just like to be found doing nothing. Because the way my mind works is like it's so my mind is so quick to think, and once I start thinking, it can like take it stretches. Yeah, so
Question number 8. Every success story has a breakthrough moment, a time when everything clicks. What was your defining aha moment when you knew you were on the right path?
okay, so I think I've had a couple of moments like that when like I just figure out that okay, this is where I'm meant to be. Because first things first, I am a Jesus baby. I believe so much in God and I communicate with God. I love my relationship with God so much. So like before doing anything, I always hand all my endeavors into God's hands. So obviously, I pray about my career a lot and I always pray for signs to show if this is what I'm supposed to be doing or not. So I had an opportunity to leave to like Jakarta and go and study something else and build like a different career path at some point. But I told God
What
that
was that exactly?
the career path.
Yeah.
So anything I wanted to do, but like they were advising me to go for like nursing and stuff because like it's a lot of money over there. Also, some people were saying that since I'm already in the line of marine science, I should just further and.
So if you could jump out, what would you study?
Okay, I would. I
Not
didn't
decided
decide yet. Yeah. So I think I would still go to something film related because at the time I was also looking out to see if I can go to New York Film Academy or Toronto Film School to like further like my filmmaking.
So what happened to the
knowledge.
Japan?
So yes, that's when I now pray though. I
That's
now
we're
told
actually in
God.
Nigeria, we like to, so want to
yes,
get that part.
so I told God that like I need to know what I'm supposed to do because I was like really confused. Like should I just leave or like should I just stay and pursue this career in it? Then so there are some things that happened which I don't know if I'm ready to disclose yet, but like I got that conviction, that personal conviction that my career path is going through like there is like a good process to it, and I should just wait a little bit to continue to further in that path because like there are some like situations like that where okay maybe I'm meant to be on a job and something else is happening and I'm telling them that like oh I can't make it and then they are like moving the date because of me or like sending me like tickets to come or something like that. So sometimes I'm wondering like I'm not an A-list actor yet, but like if this thing is supposed to be, it will be because I have this mantra that like if it is my job, it will come to me. It's not going to stress me. It's what I think about everything in life. Like I always tell my mom that like when it's time for me to settle down, my husband is going to wait for me. He's going to come to me. He's going to be there for me. Do you get? So if it is a job that is meant for me, it's not going to stress me. I wouldn't have to hustle too much to get it because I am supposed to be on this
And
project.
because you have what it takes.
Exactly. Thank you. So yes, so things like that have happened, and I'm like, okay, yes, I'm sure. Like,
So what incident really happened that really made you feel like, oh, thank God I followed this path?
well, I wouldn't say like it's a particular incident, but like it's like a trail of like events that are happening. So like recently, I was talking to one of my coaches, Mr. Ope, who coached me when I was in real arts, and we're just like I think that was like a couple of days back, and he was just telling me that do you remember when you got back from Enugu this year, and you were saying to me that you are praying that God should just keep you busy throughout this year. And I was like, oh, yes, I actually remember. I'm surprised you remember that. And then he was like, and Tracy, since then, like, you have actually gotten what you wanted. And I'm like, yes, that's actually true. So, like, I feel like I prayed for this. And then, like, even though sometimes it gets really, like, draining, but I still thank God that, like,
You're still on track.
Yeah, I'm still on track. So, all these things are showing me that yes, this is where I'm because I believe solely that if this was not where I'm supposed to be, God will have found a way to sweep me off this career path. But since I'm still here and I'm still working,
Things are going smoothly.
and things are going smoothly, yes, I believe. Wow.
All right, moving on to question number 9. Now that you've achieved so much, if you could offer one piece of advice to your younger self during those challenging times, what would it be? Just imagine right now, just your little self sitting on a chair and you're right now facing yourself. I have to soak that one in. Please do.
Okay, so I would tell her, Tracy, your dream is not too big, okay? Because there are some things that were merely like a thought or a dream in the past, and at some point in my life, I saw myself leaving them, and I'm like, okay, if I could do this one, I can definitely do anything else I think about.
So your dreams became your reality.
Yes, and my dreams now can still become my reality. So that's why anytime I'm thinking about something, I'm like, this one go far. I now tap myself and I'm like, nah, Tracy, it is not too far. It is achievable. And even if you don't land there, you will land somewhere close to it. I would have said that I would advise my younger self to go into filmmaking earlier, like maybe like actually go into theaters. But to be honest, I don't know how I would have been or where I would have ended up. So I think I'm okay with how my process went. I'm okay with the things I learned. I'm okay with everything that I did and to the point I am now. And I believe that if I could just continue to put in the work consistently,
You definitely get
I
there.
will get there. And I would also advise myself to post more on social media because I have a problem with posting and I am supposed to be very active on social media. Like I am a content manager for like
Exactly.
other people. So like I manage people's content like brands, like organizations. But for me to do it for myself, like
So you
I
find
feel
it
like
very
it's
easy
hard.
doing it for other people, but for yourself it's hard.
But you know, like when you're so soaked into like working for other people, like before you know it, you don't have time for yourself anymore. Like you know, you're always thinking about okay, what's the content strategy for this brand? What's the content strategy for these people? Before you know it, like time has passed, and like you now look at your own personal socials, and they're just like there. Do you get? So I would really, really. This is an advice I'm giving to myself now. Tracy, listen to this advice and post more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and what wisdom would you share with someone watching who is currently grappling with their own struggles, whether it's rejection, doubt, or just holding on to hope?
Oh, be consistent because I genuinely feel like consistency pays. Like, see, this thing is something that people think that they hear a lot from like all these motivational speakers that will say aspire to, require to. But to be honest, consistency pays. Because
The popular one is keep pushing.
keep pushing, but actually keep pushing because, like, see, forget about career now. Even in normal life situations, like for instance, now if you are not a good cook, you try out to cook today, like you cook something, it doesn't taste nice. The next time you're going to cook, you know that okay, last time it was too salty, let me reduce the salt. Next time maybe the salt was too little, you'll be like, okay, I know how to add salt again. The next time you'll be like, okay, let me add this thing. Like as you go, as you're practicing, you are making that perfection. That's why the saying goes, practice makes perfection. So just continue. Whatever you keep watering will definitely grow. Like it might take a long span of time, but at the end of the day, you will get there. So just keep pushing, like keep being consistent, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now we're having a flashback of you.
Okay.
Like because this is actually back in this, so we're taking you back to those years. We're gonna be showing you some pictures of you. Okay. We're gonna be showing you some couple of pictures of you. So, but first of all, or before then, or just before then, as it is commonly known, many people rising to fame at the start of their careers often face depression or quit due to limited opportunities. Did you experience such moments at the beginning of your journey?
So depression or like wanting to quit. So one thing is that life has thrown a couple of things at me, but I don't believe in quitting. Maybe it's because of how I grew up under like my mom, like seeing how persistent and resilient my mom is. My mom will push and push and push, like till she achieves something. And I feel like I have just kind of like learned from that. So I'm never the kind of person that will say, let me quit. Maybe I'm the kind of person that is a little bit like slow. I might be slow or I might be procrastinating. Yes, I actually procrastinate a lot. So yeah, all of that, but not to quit. And at the beginning phase, like I said, when I began this journey from my film school, I already got my first job in my film school. So that was a lot of encouragement already. So I don't think at that beginning phase I was discouraged or I was depressed. But like in the middle, like or while I was a student in the film academy, like obviously there were times I was so stressed and overwhelmed. Even now, sometimes I'm so stressed and overwhelmed. I'm like, God, I'm just tired. And should I just go abroad and just like forget about all this? Like, but still come back to this because anytime I'm saying should I go abroad, like my at the end of my statement is always that I'll still come back and pursue filmmaking because filmmaking is what I want to do. And on the long run, like I want to tell like so many beautiful stories. So I'm not just going to let that go because someone else somewhere might be thinking of my ideas. They might steal it and then put it out there. And when they do, I'll not be in my room crying that, hey God, I did this thing exactly, and I don't want to be that person.
So right now we're going on a flashback. We have two of your pictures back in the days. So look at the screen. Jesus! Wait, where the hell did you find this picture? Where did you guys find this picture? Oh my God! So tell us what came to your mind the very first. Oh my God! I'm like, what is this? Oh my God! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I remember this. Do you know that this picture, like, I was on the cover of a magazine? Oh my God! Like, that was like a couple of years back. I can't remember the year, but Jesus Christ. It was a photo shoot. So what was life back then? That was obviously young and vibrant. I'm still vibrant, but like just young and I don't know.
Aspiring.
Yeah. So that time I was trying out like a lot of, not a lot, but like a couple of modeling gigs, and you got one. So yeah, I got one for like a magazine stuff, and then I saw myself on the cover after the shoot, and I was like, oh, this is so. Wow. So I thought I looked really pretty then, but is this? These pictures were the bomb. Like, hey,
one of my cousins just came to Lagos for the first time from Abuja. So like, oh no, from Kaduna. So we went to the beach. I was on a horse. In this particular picture, I was on a horse. So we went to the beach, like we were just playing, and I was a child. Jesus Christ! But how do you find this picture? Because these pictures are not on my Instagram. Do I have a Facebook? How do you? You do have a Facebook. I do have a. Oh my god! Oh my god!
So that's really beautiful.
But they're not actually bad because if you check other people's pictures, they look totally opposite. I mean, you still look it. No, but it's the fact that time I used to think that these pictures were like mind blowing. I'm looking at them now. I'm like, this is really me. Wow. I did not expect that one at all.
Oh wow! So we really caught her right there.
Honestly.
Right, so this is the last segment. It is called Spotlight. Before we move on to the games.
Okay.
Now that you are in the spotlight, what's one misconception people have about being a celebrity? And how do you personally manage the pressures and expectations that come with it?
No, it's a lot. Oh.
It's really a lot.
It's a lot because first of all, it's not just about being a celebrity, being an actor.
Okay.
A lot of people just think that there are so many crazy things going on in the industry. Well, there are so many things going on in the industry, but like so many people are like, especially coming from like a religious background, like my family, we are Christians. My mom is like someone, a key member of our church.
She's devoted.
She's devoted, exactly. Thank you, that's the word. Then, she has this fellowship. So people are always like, as an actor, you do all these things that people do. Like, there's this stereotype that people
Exactly.
have about
In their minds.
Yeah, so I keep trying to tell people and like, first
Everyone
of
are not the
all,
same.
Exactly. And my mom too, sometimes would say things like, so the roles that are in this industry, are there some that you can avoid or all this type of thing. I always tell her that like to climb up the ladder, it's not obviously there are a lot of things that I can avoid doing, but like I still have to act, and it's not everything that you see me do on TV that is a representation of who I am in real life. That is just my job. Like my job is just to bring reality to people's screens. Let them see what is actually going on in the society
At that moment.
Exactly. So it is not me personally. I can act the job of like maybe a robber now. Does not mean that I'm a robber in real life, so all those things. And I'm still very much a Christian. I still very much believe in God, and like I try to like let people around me know that pressure cannot get to me. People saying things about being materialistic or wanting to live fake life to impress people. That's not who I am. Like I work with what I have, and I'm trying to get what I want by myself. Like I'm not trying to
Impress anybody.
or impress or like live any stupid fake life. Like that's not me. You get me?
So how can you basically tell us about your set life?
Set, like being on set.
Yeah, how's your set life like? How do you feel being on set?
Okay, so it has been beautiful and has been challenging at some point. Like not challenging. It's just like my mood on set. Like generally me being on set really depends on like a lot of things. Depends on the story I'm working on. Depends on the production. Depends on the amount I'm being paid. So
The amount in particular.
exactly. So like it depends on a lot of things. So sometimes, but I try not to jump on any job that like I'm not comfortable doing. So if I'm not comfortable with it or like the budget doesn't really work, but I see that at the end of the day I might be losing, I'll just say let me just hands up, because if I go on your job and I'm angry or I'm sad,
You can deliver.
exactly like So I just rather not do it. But like usually when I'm on set, if I am around people who I already know or I've worked with before, like I can be chatty, I can.
That makes it easier.
Yeah, it makes it easy. But if I'm like working with like first time, like this is my first time meeting the actors or like working with the crew or something like that, I can just like most times be on my own. Like I don't mind being on my own because usually at home I'm always on my own.
Okay.
So like if I'm on set too, I can just be on my own. Like I'm watching a film or something. When it's time to come and work, I will go change my costume, go and work, do what I'm supposed to do. Just at the time I'm working, go back, continue what I'm doing. Like I just like peace. I don't want a situation where like because I hear a lot of people talk about a lot of things or people or actors.
You don't want drama.
I don't want drama surrounding my life at
Exactly.
all. Like I try my best to avoid any sort of drama. So if being on my own is what it takes, then
So, have you ever had any weird experience with an A-list or with a fan or just weird experience with the crew or something?
on set.
Yeah, on set.
Weird, like positive weird or like negative.
Either way.
Okay, I haven't done. Funny how some of the
So nobody have
actors,
ever done anything on set that just freaked you
I
out.
have seen an actor, like an A-list actor, scream at a makeup artist.
Okay.
I say a costume or something. So I saw him scream at like a crew member, either a makeup artist or a costume. I can't remember for like something so trivial. So after that time, I had that impression about him that maybe that's the type of person he is. But like I worked with him like 3 times after then, and he's actually a really cool person. So I just came to the conclusion that
Shouldn't judge.
yeah, I shouldn't just like maybe that's like maybe that they actually did something wrong or like he was not in a good mood or something. But like apart from that, sometimes people are just on their own. Sometimes there are some actors that I know that okay, I worked with maybe like 2 times.
Okay.
That maybe I see that this person is the type of person that doesn't really like to communicate. Maybe this person will be in his room or her
Okay.
room. Then when it's time to act, they just
Come
they
out.
just do it's strictly business. While some people are like very, very friendly and jovial and sort of stuff like that. So I think one weird moment I had, or like in a positive way,
Okay.
actually was one time I was on set, but for like a very minor character though, and some other people were there as well. So we were all just seated waiting for to be called on to like go and film or something. So like this group of girls, they were sitting down somewhere. So I was saying that this was when like one of my films just came out, the one who stole my heart. So because there was a contradictory story about that particular film, so the film was people were talking about it on social media and stuff. So I think in a way, and because I was there, like it kind of like put out my face to an extent to people. So these people, this set of girls, they were sitting down somewhere, they were talking like whispering. I heard them, but I was like, maybe it's just, I don't know what it's about. Then after some time, I walked out and I was just standing, taking some fresh air. And then they just came to me and they were like, hi, are you Cynthia from the one who stole my heart? I was like, yeah. I didn't know how to react because I think that was like the first time I was having people in public come to ask me if I am this person.
So fans.
Exactly. Then suddenly they were like, oh my god, can I take pictures with you? And I'm like, yes. I did not know how to. I was so I didn't know if I should be excited or I should be like I should compose or something. So I just told them like, okay, yeah, sure. So like they took a good picture. Then suddenly they asked them to take picture one, and there were like 6 of them. I was like, Jesus Christ.
It is how celebrity life is like.
Because at some point I was kind of smiling, like they'll be like, oh yeah, with Cynthia. Another person will be like, what's else me them like at some point I was like, God, please let my smile not start looking fake.
Exactly.
I'm already tired. But yeah, it was a good feeling. But then again I was like,
It was weird at the same time.
so this is what I'm going to face at some point. But I guess it's what I signed up for.
So you just had a new movie that came out on the 1st of October, Unspoken Heart. Tell us about it.
Oh, is it about the film? Or?
Yeah, about the film, about your character, everything about it.
Okay, so Unspoken Heart was a very interesting film about about it had family drama, it had romance. So it was about a mother and her daughter who coincidentally went out with the same man. So there was a lot of drama in between. At the end of the day, the daughter eventually left the man for her mom. Which I promise you, I'm the daughter in that film, but in real life, that will not happen. Not like I'm going to fight for the man.
No, we never pray for it to even happen. Let's not even start happening.
Obviously,
Yeah.
like I'm saying, like if that was reality. I doubt that like a lot of Nigerians would take that. I feel like if I was in
Well,
that
that's really
situation,
crazy. It's
it is
crazy.
crazy. Do you get? So I was always telling them that time that if it is in real life, I'll pack my things and I'll leave. And both my mother and the man, they must see or hear from me again because I don't even understand how it makes sense or
Yeah.
But the film was like really interesting and just like there's like films like this have like stories that people because like it's contradictory. So people are like saying, "Oh no, yeah, it's just love now. Love is blind to hate." Some people are saying, "No, it can never happen." But yeah, but filming that like particular project was really interesting.
So aside from the story, you working with the likes of Nassim Sime and the rest, how did you feel?
Now it was really good to be honest. So I'm not the type of person to see an A-list or like a celebrity and go to farm the person
Okay.
because like I feel like okay at some point
You'll get
I
there.
will get there. So like it's just like get to know them, know how or their story or whatnot. So but that day I was supposed to shoot with Nancy. Like when we got on set, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. Like is she going to be nice or not? But I got there and surprisingly, she was like, "Oh, let me see the person who is playing my daughter." I came in and she was like, "Oh my God, you're so pretty." And we talked. We had like a conversation about my hair because I wasn't carrying, okay, I was wearing a wig and she was like, "Oh my God, we're going to look like sisters." Is there a way she can just like braid her hair or something? Then, fortunately for me, I wasn't going to start like my own scenes that day. So I
Okay.
braided my hair and everything the next day. So like it was so smooth. See, there's one thing I like about working with professionals. Like the job is smooth. Like there is no stress. Like you guys are like just feeding off each
Exactly your
other's
prayers. Your prayers are actually working.
do you understand? Like we're just feeding off. Like you're giving it to me. I'm giving it to you. Like they're just back to back of like
The
reciprocating
energy is
Like
really
there
connecting.
is no stress. Like nobody is saying, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." Oh my, like no, like it is just it flows. Like every other actor on that set was actually the job was made easy for me. Daniel, Rocky, Vera, Nancy Sime. Like I really loved it. She created a good because obviously she's very experienced.
Yeah.
So she knew how to create like a good bond between us. She looked out for me on set and she was bringing smoothie for me every day.
Wow.
I was like, so there's some people you work like one time I worked with Bimbo Akintola too. Like she just kept every day she comes on set, she's bringing something for me. I was like, guy, so you people are nice like this. People that you expect to be, because
No,
they are
not like everybody are that nice. You should just celebrate your own grace. So because people might be expecting what you've already gotten. All right.
But like I'm just saying, like there are some people that even some people tell that you see them and they'll have like ego and stuff. These are people that have not even gotten anywhere. Like they are still
Exactly.
upcoming. But like you see in these actors, like I've seen people that
They're so
like,
down to
they're so
earth.
down to earth. Like they play, they gist, they laugh. They're like always looking out for you. Always like, oh, are you going home now? Or should I drop you somewhere? I'm like,
That makes you feel so special.
like it makes me I'm just at peace at the job. So like at that job I was at peace because like I knew that people I was working with are good people. And then me and Daniel Rocky, we have worked together before like a while back. So seeing him in fact before he came on that set, he called me to tell me that we're on the same set. I was like, hey, thank God though. So like when we were there, we were gisting and talking. So it was just so cool. Like I really enjoyed working on that set.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're rounding up this segment right now. We're going to the game. All right, guys, now is games time. So, I'm not ready to lose. So, let's see who's going to lose.
Hold on. So this game is between both of us.
Exactly, you, both of us right now. So, guys, the first box right here is truth or lie.
Ding, 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 ding.
And this card of awkwardness.
Huh?
So let's go. What are we starting out with first? What are we starting out? Is it card of awkwardness or truth or lie? Okay. So I have cards here from question number 1 to 25. So you pick 3 questions randomly.
Now, like
Yes, right now.
okay, so I think number 1 because I want to be at
All right, very simple. Question number one. Okay.
Another. Okay, so I pick number 7 because 7 stands for perfection.
Okay. Let's check out question number 7, guys. All right, I have 7 right here.
And I pick number. You said 1 to what?
25.
24.
Why did you actually get to 24?
Because we're in 2024.
So with the 3 cards right here with you, you hand over 2 that are answerable to you. Then I will read them out. If it's actually true, you will narrate the story. But if it never happened, fabricate it. So I will be the one to tell, is it true or is it a lie? Games time, guys. Let's see who's gonna win this one. Shake the bells, shake the bells. Ding, 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 ding. So question number 1. I accidentally liked my ex's photo on IG from 5 years ago.
Okay, so 5 years ago, I was with somebody that I liked, and then he was asking me if like I've been with anybody before, and I was like, yes, there's someone I like. But then he was like, okay, show me your ex's social. I was like, I want to see this person's picture, and I'm like, well, he doesn't really have pictures, but like, yeah, let me show you. And then I showed him, and while we were going through the pictures, mistakenly, we liked one, and then immediately I unliked it. But then I was like, shit, that's done because like the like notification is going to pop up, so like there's no need to unlike.
Guys, this is a lie. It is a total lie.
I don't understand.
Because which guy will come to date you or will want to come into your life and ask you, please show me your ex's profile? No, it can't be you. You are not that girl.
Hold on.
I know you cannot settle for that. I know that because any man who actually do that, you are actually settling for it. I know you can't settle for it. It's a lie.
Okay, fine. She's right.
Alright guys, so question number 7. I said I was going to win. I don't lose actually.
Right, okay, let's see.
Okay. Question number 7. I've been locked out of my own hotel room in a towel.
Yeah, so, okay, good story. So this thing happened about, I think 2 years ago after school. Me and my friends were like, let's go and chill. So we went to a beach house. I think it was last year. So went to a beach house, and then so obviously it's not like an actual hotel, but it's a beach house. So like there's
Cabins.
Yeah, exactly. So we left our own room and we went to the beach to have fun. We were swimming at the pool, then went to the beach, we played, and everything. So after everything, like when you're coming out from the beach and you're going into the pool, obviously, like and that place was so lonely that like there were no people there because it's like inside Kajal, but it's very beautiful. So like when we were about to enter the pool, we had to go and shower. There's like one open space, like not an open space, like somewhere inside that you can shower before you use the pool. So went to shower so that we would not put sand in the pool. So like after having my bath and everything, I was going on our towel and everything. So got back and we were swimming, not naked obviously, like we were wearing our swimming suits and we're swimming in the pool and everything. Then my friends went upstairs to do something to change and everything, and came back out and they were like, "Let go and maybe get something." And I was like, "Okay, fine, no problem." Then I went upstairs and realized that the door was locked.
Guys, this is a lie. Now let me tell you what the trick is right now. If she actually went to the pool, she must have locked her door by herself to secure her properties.
No, now we were in the same room now.
In the same, but before you guys left the room, you stepped out from the room to get to the pool.
No, like we went to the beach first. It was a beach house.
So how do you leave your door unlocked? Like our door was not unlocked. That's what I'm saying. It was locked. Then my friends left me at the pool and went inside the room and did what they wanted to do, freshen up and everything. Then they went out to get something. That's when I now went back in and realized that the door was locked. Like they locked it and they forgot to tell me they took the key with them. But they're still around. They went out to get something. Do you get my story?
Possibly where it will still be around the beach.
Like no, around the vicinity, but not inside the beach house.
How possible did they not tell you?
That's the took the key. Everyone was having fun and like drinking and stuff, so everybody was like so distracted. They didn't know.
They must have informed you you're going out, you're leaving to get something.
They obviously informed me they were going out to get something, but they didn't tell me that they locked the door. Like they forgot to tell me that they locked the door and they took the key with them.
Guys, this is complicated. She's just confusing my brain. No, this is not fair. It's a lie. It's a lie. It is a lie.
I don't understand. Is that the final answer?
Yes.
Think about it well, though.
It's a lie.
I said, what's a lie about this story?
I mean, because you're leaving you have to lock your space.
Our space, like it was me and my friends. It was not just my space. And mind you, it was locked until they entered the room to freshen up. Then they went to buy something. And they didn't go far. So
when they went to freshen up from the pool, did they now leave you in the pool?
Yes, no, because I just said I wanted to stay back and chill.
So why did you possibly want to stay back alone in the pool?
I happen to because I go to swim by myself sometimes. Even like now, I can just go to swim.
It's a lie.
Why is it a lie?
It's a lie.
Why is it a lie?
No matter how you twist it, it's a lie.
I'm even trying to help you. This is not me twisting it.
Final answer is a lie. I'm not calling a friend. It's a lie.
Okay, fine. She's right, guys.
Sincerely, it was difficult, but
yeah.
Okay, let me have it. The third question. Question number 24. I once ghosted a celebrity who tried to slide into my DMs. Want to ghost your destiny of
Okay, for a story. So there was one time I checked although I don't think it was me ghosting on purpose because I checked my Instagram DMs and I saw that there was this celebrity. Maybe he wasn't a celebrity at the time he sent me that message because I saw that he sent me the message weeks ago. So, but because it was already weeks ago, because I have a habit of when I check my messages and I see that it's been a long time this person sent me this message and I did not respond. I just don't bother responding because I'm
a lie. How could he possibly not be a celebrity weeks ago?
No, when I say weeks ago, I don't just mean 2 weeks. I mean it could be all these things that you see
weeks ago.
Hold on, you can see 32 weeks ago. Is it just weeks ago? It's a couple of months ago, but it showed weeks ago. I'm serious. It showed maybe 48 weeks ago or something.
Was it on Instagram?
Yes, it was on Instagram.
Instagram will definitely tell you. A year ago.
No.
They'll definitely state it clear.
With messages, Instagram will state 52 weeks ago, 48 weeks ago.
Exactly. The date will be there.
And that's what I'm saying now. I saw that it was I can't remember, it's within these three I mentioned. It was either 48 weeks ago or 32 weeks ago or 52 weeks ago. It was one of them. But since I saw that I don't open that message, I was just just not opening it. Because if I respond now, the person might not even respond again.
Guys, it's a lie. It's a total lie because how can you ghost a celebrity when you want to climb the ladder?
First of all, this was not a celebrity in my industry, he's a music artist. And secondly, it's not the type of artist that I really listen to his music and I don't dig his songs. So I wasn't really it was not a big deal to me.
That is a lie. It is a lie. You cannot ghost your destiny helper, would you? Who says it's my destiny helper? God forbid. Actually, when people with high profile will just slide into your DM, what comes to your mind? Oh,
wow.
No, but the person slid into my DM like a long time ago, so it's not a recent.
So how possible do you not see it seen?
I don't know.
It's a lie.
Okay, anyways, my final answer.
Exactly. This particular one is true, guys.
It's actually true. I know
Wow.
it seems weird actually, but like yeah, it's true.
But really, you did not actually see the message at first.
No, I didn't. That's the thing. Like sometimes when messages like pile up on my Instagram, I'm so distracted. Like I don't even know.
Oh,
Or
you said that
something.
earlier.
Yeah. So like when I now see, I'm now scrolling up. Maybe I'm bored or something. I'm scrolling up and trying to check my messages. If I now see that this message has been long ago, I just don't bother because I'm like maybe what the person needed was that time. So me responding now, besides
Really
like,
doesn't make sense.
exactly. Besides like me thinking about like this person is already someone that is out there. So I feel like if I respond now, self like you might not even see it or you might not respond again. So
Or you might even retaliate.
exactly. So I was just like, let me just leave it, Jerry.
Right here is card of awkwardness. So we still have question 1 to 25 right here.
Okay, I should still pick.
Yes, randomly, but this time around you tell us answers truthfully and honestly.
Okay.
1 to 25.
3 numbers or how many
3.
numbers? Okay, I pick 2, 8, and 25.
Question number 2 says, have you ever had a wardrobe malfunction? What happened?
To answer? Okay, so yes, I have. There was one time my friends invited me to an event. I didn't know what this event was about or I didn't know what was going to happen. And I asked them, I asked these girls, like, what's going on with this event? They just said, Tracy, it's just nothing, just be casual. I wore shorts and shirts. Like, not like the baggy shorts or anything, like short shorts, because I'm very comfortable in shorts and just like a free shirt and everything. And I got there and everybody was glammed up. Like people were wearing heels, people were wearing oh my god.
You really felt like, oh, the ground should just open.
I felt like, and you know the funny thing is from there, because they said, oh Tracy, you don't feel comfortable, let's go out, let's go to a club. And that was my first time going to a club, right?
At what age were you then?
And I was not that, let me not say my age, before people that I beg you. Anyways, I was not too young, but you know. So went to this club and the bouncers told us we can't enter. The bouncers looked at me from head to toe and was like, this is not how you dress to come to a club. I was like, sorry sir, I did not know before now. He said, if I allow you enter, you won't like yourself. I was like, please just allow me, because I don't know how that there was a dress code.
Oh, your friends, they actually dressed up properly.
Funny how, not really, but at least they were looking better than me, because me, I genuinely just felt like it was just a casual hangout thing. So when we entered there and everything, God, I saw people on heels, makeup. I was like, nah, I'm out.
So when you left that event, did you ever say anything bad back to them? Like, why did you try
of
this?
course, I dragged them now, but no, like I didn't I wasn't angry or anything, but we were all laughing about it because they were recording me and everything, saying that see how Tracy dressed to come to a club and everything. But I was like, it's one of those things, Jerry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So question number 8. What's the weirdest thing a fan has ever asked you to do?
To introduce them to a celebrity.
Oh,
So I was on set one time and I was just getting like random text from this person. The person was like bomb texting me. And I'm like, okay, let me even check. And then the person was like, oh, I can see you on set with this person. This person is my idol. Please, can you introduce me to her? Tell her that I'll do anything. I love her so much. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, how am I supposed to do that? If, like, the person that I was working with actually was someone that was very cool. So I went to tell her, Mama, I have one of your fans that are dying in my DMs. They're saying they want to talk to you. She just laughed about it and she was like, I beg Jerry, just leave those people and everything. So, yeah.
so did you actually reply back to the person?
I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say.
But at that moment, how did you really feel? Did you feel pressured?
No, I didn't feel pressured. I just felt like it was weird. Like, how am I supposed to, because people always like text me saying like, oh, I can see that you're on one job or you're like you've been working, like, can you introduce me to producers or can you get me jobs or can I'm like, me self, I'm a hustling actor, like I haven't got to that point yet. I'm not a producer, so I don't know how to connect the entire world at this point.
So before you got into the spotlight, did you do those things too?
No.
Okay.
I didn't. Like, I've told you my story already now. From Royal Arts House, when I started getting jobs, I didn't like.
Wow, that's
thankfully, it's God's grace, honestly.
All right. So thank you very much for sharing such a personal and powerful journey with us back in the days. And guys, please don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, and share on all our social media platforms. On YouTube is Ratio Live TV. On Facebook, Ratio Films. On TikTok, Ratio Films.
If you're not tuning in, you are missing out. So shout out to Ratio Live TV.
I remain my humble self, Princess Diva. Thank you.
Thank you.